Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Two Intuitive Tarot. If you are new here, welcome back. If you are returning, I'm sending you all beautiful energy, healing, love, and light. I want to thank you for your support, your likes, shares, subscribes, even your views. And if you haven't done that already, please do that for your girl. Hit that like button, share, tap that notification bell, and of course, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, okay, honey? But Anywho, I'm getting ready to get into your reading. I'm meant to catch you closer to New Year's, specifically New Year's Day, but what ended up happening was I was literally in the middle of doing your reading, and my storage was full, and I was like 6 minutes in, and I couldn't tell where I had left off. And then by the time I got to like clearing the storage or whatever to get back to record, child, it was today, okay? It was today. Fast forward, here we are today. It was today the 6th, so 5 days later, honey, here I am, the number 5 to be significant. But versus posting what I did have and giving you like this chopped and screwed version, I wanted to just go ahead and redo it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if Spirit wants you to receive that message, then Spirit wants you to receive that message, point blank, period. And if not, then it wasn't for you to receive, and that's why things happened the way that it happened. But I was picking up that I was channeling that song "Crazy," "Trouble So Hard" by CeeLo Green. Not sure if you're familiar with the song, but it's does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. And then at the end of the song, he goes, "Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard. Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. Said don't nobody know my troubles but God." I said, "Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard. Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard. Don't nobody know my troubles but God." Right? So I was channeling though that song, right? So I'm like, "Ooh, child, is Pisces going through some things right now? Could they be feeling like they're losing their marbles? They feel like they're going crazy, experiencing a lot of trouble, experiencing some hard times, some trials, some tribulation, things of that nature." And then following that song, the next song was Kanye West, "All Falls Down." CeeLo Green is a Taurus and Kanye is a Gemini. Maybe those signs could be significant somehow, some way, or those seasons. You could have those placements. But yeah, so oh radio, when it all falls down. I'm telling you, love, when it all falls down. Man, I promise. She's so self-conscious. She has no idea what she's doing in college, but she won't drop out. Her parents will look at her funny. Now, tell me that ain't insecure. The concept of school seems so secure. So what I was getting with that song is like, you're just your load is heavy, and you could be feeling lost and down and out. But what I'm getting, what Spirit is giving to me, is that it's all going to work out. It's all working out for your good. You understand? Like, everything is happening for a reason, and it's to align you with your past. It's to align you with your destiny. So if that resonates for you, I'm sending you, again, love and light. I'm always sending that regardless of whatever is going on, good, the bad, the in between. But just know that my heart is with you. I'm sending love and light, and just know that this too shall pass. No matter how dark the tunnel may seem, there's always light at the end of it. Maybe you're just at a point at the tunnel where it's so dark that you can't even see the light, but I promise there is a light at the end of that tunnel. So just don't give up. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. That's for somebody very specific that I was picking up, very specific down that I was getting. But we're getting ready to get into your reading and just see what's going on for 2025. The things you need to know, things you can expect, the energies that are surrounding you at this time, what you may or may not see coming, and just some like advice for, you know, your path, and just some information regarding the path and where your path and where you are right now. Okay, please remember that these readings are general readings, but Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, holy angels, ancestors, and guides, please show Pisces what they need to know on their path right now, what they can expect for 2025, what energies are surrounding them, what do they need to know at this time, and what they might not see coming, or what they may see coming. And please block and protect. Please block any negative and power draining entities, and protect us from seen and unseen danger, and encamp your precious holy angel and your precious holy fence around us. Amen and amen. Holy Spirit, please give us clear messages and guidance for Pisces. Show them what they need to know at this time regarding 2025, the things they can expect, the things they see and don't see coming. Nine of Pentacles, Lovers. Okay, that's beautiful. Now, the Nine of Pentacles really represents, you know, walking in your independence. But what I'm getting, first let me tell you what I'm getting. Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers coming out simultaneously at the same time. And then 9 and 6, this is a pivotal point in your life where you could be undergoing a spiritual awakening, but I'm really getting that like you're pouring into yourself at this time, like a lot of self-love, like the organic stuff, not the materialistic stuff where like you're doing things for outward acceptance and things of that nature, but the things you're really pouring self-love into you, the things that make you feel better and are better in the end. Like that's the things that you're focused on at this time, and that's the things that you're working diligently towards. Now this could be love between you and another person, but in order to have love, organic, authentic, genuine love between you and anyone, you have to first have that with yourself and the divine, you know. And when you have it with yourself, you are essentially connected to the divine, because the divine is in you, God is in you. So I just am really gathering that you're pouring into that, and maybe that's why things had to fall apart, so that you could rebuild a sturdier and stronger foundation, or yeah, basically so that you could obtain a stronger foundation to build upon. That's why things had to fall apart. So let's get some more. This is interesting. This is beautiful. So yeah, I'm seeing the number 6, 9. 3 could be significant. Now look, 13, death and rebirth. I can't make this up. I cannot make it up. So again, like I just said, things are falling apart. Where there's endings, there's new beginnings. So you could be experiencing, I'm just seeing the Tower. So it's like you could be experiencing Tower moment in your life right now, where there's all these sudden and unexpected changes, causing endings, but also creating new beginnings. So this is a pivotal time in your life to recreate, I'm getting. So 2025, if you haven't already experienced the losses, you may be experiencing some losses, but that's just so that you can gain anew, whatever this is pertaining to, life in general or something specific, whether it's love or whatever have you. It's just things are falling apart so that something better can replace what's you're letting go or what's being taken from you. I'm seeing this image of a little girl holding this dusty, worn down, raggedy teddy bear, and God has his hands out, like, give me the teddy bear. And she doesn't want to let go of the teddy bear. She's crying. She's like really like breaking down at the thought of having to release this teddy bear that she's clinging to. She, this is her teddy bear that's been with her through, you can clearly tell, the ups, the downs, the in-betweens, the hard times, the good times, the rough patches. Clearly there's an attachment that she has to this teddy bear that she's not ready to let go of. But God is telling her, let go. It's time for you to let go of this teddy bear. You know what I mean? Give me the teddy bear, release the teddy bear to me, or whatever. He just has his hands out, like, give me the teddy bear with a smile on his face. There's no caption or words. It's just this specific image of him having his hands out, trying to obtain the teddy bear, and she's clinging to the teddy bear with tears running down her eyes, like, no, not, there's no caption that says no, but these are my captions that I'm making up, like, no, she doesn't want to release the teddy bear. And behind God's back is this brand new, big, shiny, beautiful, soft, top of the line, quality teddy bear, that he's wanting to replace that teddy bear with, for her. But he wants to see first, is she going to trust him? You know what I mean? So that's why he's not, that's why he didn't just whip out the brand new teddy bear. He's keeping it hidden behind his back, because he wants to see, are you going to trust me? Are you going to release control? Are you going to give me your hand so that I can give you the blessings that I've been holding on, for you? And now that you're at a point where I feel you're ready to receive them and I want to give it to you, are you going to trust me at this time? So that's just what I'm getting, like, what this moment is for you in your life. It's like, are you there? Like, you know what I mean? And I'm just getting like, you're there. You're ready for it. You're there and you're ready for it. If not, you're getting ready to be. So yeah, the Three of Swords. So yeah, there's some pain you're undergoing. Yeah. You're actively in the middle of this. You're actively in the middle of this right now. 2025 is all about death and rebirth. So the thing about death is it's associated with pain and heartache and things of that nature. It really, it's hard to grasp at the loss of something. And to anybody that is experiencing a loss at this time, my heart goes out to you, and I'm sending you so much love, and I'm sorry for your loss. To whoever, even if it was in the recent past or recent enough past, you know what I mean? Like, yesterday really does feel like it could have been years ago, and it felt like yesterday, things happened for you. And so I really do apologize. My heart goes out to you, for anybody who is experiencing loss or has experienced a loss. But yeah, even just like kind of going back to that teddy bear with the little girl, it's like, oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb, because if somebody calls me while I'm in the middle of this good ass reading, I'll scream. So God put it on my heart to do that. So let me do that. I'm gonna be obedient. All right. So like, I'm just getting like, there's something that you're so attached to, and it's like the loss of whatever this is. This could very well have been a love. You know what I mean? You could be single at this time. You could have experienced a recent loss. You could have lost a loved one, or this could have just been a relationship, someone like you were deeply in love with. You could be like at the end of the relationship, or you guys could be separating or going your separate ways, or just calling it quits, or whatever the case is. And this is heartbreaking for you. This isn't something that, is ideal for you. It wasn't something you were planning or you seen coming. I'm waiting to exhale when Angelina Bassett, she was in a marriage, and it's not like she was the happiest in that marriage, but for some reason she was clinging on to it because of all the years, the children, everything she put into it. It was like she was like the little girl clinging on to the teddy bear. You know what I mean? Like, she was in the marriage, but it didn't seem like a happy marriage. You know what I mean? And even when he said, if you're familiar with the movie, he told her, you know, for New Year's he wants to spend it with his girlfriend, and she's like, it doesn't even seem like she's really that surprised that he's been stepping out and having this girlfriend or whatever, because she even calls out who it is. She's like, oh, you mean your accountant or whatever the case is? Like, she already know, you know what I mean? Like, and naturally so, like, you know, as a woman, you can either choose to ignore it, but I do believe that, you know, like when your individual is stepping out and dealing with another person, 9 out of 10, just because it's like, you just know, unless you're dealing with somebody who's like really good manipulator, which is often the case, I will say. But still, you know something is off within your relationship, and it's whether you pay attention to it or not, or whatever the case is. But it's like, it's there. The signs are there. I'll say that the signs are definitely there. God gives warning before destruction. And so, you know, it just could have been, I'm not going to say she knew, right? But I will say that the signs were there. Okay, so I'll correct myself and I apologize. I don't mean to offend anybody. But yes, the signs are there. Whether you acknowledge the signs or not, or you see the signs and paying attention to the signs or not, they're still there. Okay, and it's like, the fact that she called out the accountant and things of that nature is just giving that she knew, from my opinion, from outside looking in. No judgment, of course, but it just seems like she knew, because how could you just guess the right person? You know what I mean? That's no coincidence. You guessed it right because you knew. You had this intuition. You know, your intuition never lies. And instead of like, it just didn't seem like it was something that she really cared, you know, to even bother herself with. You know, she had the house and the kids and, you know, the whatever, she had the man, so I guess she was okay with sharing him, or whatever the case was, or whatever she was getting out of it. She was okay because she had put all those years into the relationship or whatever. But it just, I'm just really trying to get to the point that that situation needed to end, you know what I mean? And although it was hard for her to release and accept that it was ending and that it had to end, you know what I mean? Because people do come in your life for a reason, seasons, and for a lifetime. And in that particular situation, it was more for a season and more for a reason. And, you know, although towards the end of the movie, you know, she was at a point where she was like ready to exhale, ready to release, you know, and just kind of like breathe again and live again, right? It took her a while to get there. And I think right now you're at that point where you're actively, your heart is breaking, you know, you're in a lot of pain, your feelings are hurt. If not now, then this is the what you were experiencing previously in the recent past. But I'm getting, because this is what I specifically asked information regarding to, this is what it is for right now, what's going on right now for you. And it's like, it hurts like hell. I'm hearing that song by, now I'm hearing, why does it hurt so bad? Why does it hurt so bad? Why does it hurt so bad? And that's the only part I can hear. Like, it does hurt. Love hurts. But it really doesn't give that it was, I don't know. I won't say it wasn't love, but it wasn't the love that God had for you. Like, it served its purpose at that time. Like that little teddy bear, whatever that she was attached to and clinging to, was like, it served its purpose, but there's better and there's more in store for you. You just have to trust and know that even in the bad times, especially in the bad times, know that God will never leave you nor forsake you. He's always there with you. You just have to believe that, you know, faith of a mustard seed will carry you a very, very, very long way. So I think it's time to really exercise that belief in perspective, right? Perspective is reality. So I would be cautious to how you're looking at things. Are you seeing the glass half empty? Or are you seeing the glass half full? You know, are you seeing that things are really working for you, or do you feel like things are working against you? You know what I mean? Because all things work to the good of those who love the Lord. Okay. And so it's like, regardless of your beliefs, just know that what the enemy meant for bad, God will turn around and make it for good if you allow, if you allow. It's just, again, that perspective, all the things I've been through in life, I choose to look at it and say, you know what, all those things happened because it made me all those things happened in my life, and it had to happen for me to be who I am today, and I love who I am today. So it's like I wouldn't change a thing about anything. I wouldn't change a thing about how people handled me or anything, because it all led me to this moment and to this place where I'm at right now in my life, and I'm very happy and I feel blessed, and I know there's only better to come, you know what I mean? So that's my perspective, and that's why it's my reality. So again, perspective is reality. How are you going to look at the situation? It's also a test of your faith too. Very similar to Job, the book of Job. I'm getting like when he was going through sickness and he was going through this and he was going through that. It's like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Are you going to surrender and give in to temptations? Are you going to have that can't beat them, join them mentality? Or are you going to rise above and stick it out? Look, Knight of Wands coming out. Knight of Wands coming out. So it's like, what are you going to do? Choice is yours. 5 of Cups in reverse. So it's like you're coming out of this feeling of despair, feeling of disappointment, feeling of regret and sadness and things of that nature. And I'm getting like you are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, or you will be seeing it, because behind the 5 of Cups is the world. So that means things are turning in your favor. Like you're coming out of a place of disappointment and sadness and depression and things of that nature and regret, and it's like you're shifting into a more positive place, because the world is now turning in your favor, and it's like the world is your oyster. So it's like, what are you going to make of it? Are you going to take action towards your passions and things of that nature? Are you going to allow the situations that took place to really like bring you down and take you down? You know what I mean? Are you going to just take it for what it was and what it is, and just take the lessons out of it and grow from it, because it's all a part of growing things, in order to if you think back when you were a baby or how babies learn to walk, they have to fall down a few times before they can walk and get the hang of it. Before you learn how to ride that bike, you have to fall down. You have to get a few scrapes and things. You have to get a little bit dirty. You got to get your hands dirty a little bit. But you know what? You'll learn how to ride that bike, and things will all work out for your good in the end. Queen of Swords at the end. So it's like I'm getting it all made you stronger. You know what I mean? It all made you stronger, and it made you wiser. Blind, but now you see. So it's like you've changed your perspective. You see things from a whole new world, from a whole new light. Things that happen really are what caused this. It was the catalyst for you to like gain a new perspective and to vocalize and to stand on principles and to stand on morals and to stand on boundaries and to stand on business, right? But that wouldn't have happened had you not gone through what you went through. You know what I mean? You still could have been more passive and more, just allowing people to do whatever they want to do to you. But with the Queen of Swords energy at the bottom of the deck, it's not so. You're not that sad person anymore. You're not that sad little girl. You're not that sad little boy anymore. Like, you found your power, you found your strength, and you're standing on it, okay? Love that. Clear messages and guidance for Pisces. 7 of Pentacles. So yeah, you're really focused on your bag. You know what I mean? Get into a bag and your independence. Planting a seed and watering it. You know what I mean? Like, you can be planting your seeds now, and you're just really diligent. Like, I'm really getting now, like, you're diligent in like your garden. So it's like you've already prepared the soil. You've made sure you have the right soil. You made sure you had the right fertilizers, the right weed killers, and whatever the thing is to kill the bugs and things of that nature. So it's like you planted the seed, and it's protected from the bugs and whatever that's going to try and get to it, and the weeds or whatever that's going to try and kill it, whatever. and it's like you're watering it and you're just like watching it grow, and you're putting in the work, like to really, like, you know, right now your land maybe bland or bare, right? But you know that it's going to harvest and bloom. Like harvest season will come, and all your hard work will pay off, and it will, you know what I mean? If you plant the seed now, it will become something later, right? If you do the work. And I'm getting like that's the energy you're in now. You're too busy right now. I won't say too busy, but you're actively planting your seed and watering it and doing the work for the seed to grow and for it to, you know what I mean? And you're just kind of like, you're standing on business when it comes to like your independence and like in the visions that you have for yourself in your life is what I'm getting. Yeah, because you could have been dealing with a lover that was very deceitful is what is coming to mind. But what I'm getting, I don't know why I'm getting that so bad. It's like this, I'm just keep hearing deceitful. So that's why I felt the need to tell you that. But really what I want to say is that you could have been dealing with, like, you could have been in a relationship where it was like this person had you with, was cheating. They could have been dealing with other individuals. They could have had you like in a third party situation. There could have been a lot of conflict. They could have had you in a lot of competition. But in the end, I'm just getting that you could have also been in an abusive relationship as well. And my heart again goes out to you. But it's like, you're going to have the last laugh. You know what I mean? Like that person, whoever you were dealing with, they thought that, you know, they had the upper hand at a time, and they thought that you were like a joke, and like they can play these games with you and things of that nature. But really the joke's on them when you decided to walk away and pour back into yourself and leave that energy behind with the death and rebirth here. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, although I am getting it was a very difficult relationship you could have just recently put an end to. And if you are I really apologize, because this reading could be very triggering. I'm feeling a little tiny inchy bitsy triggered myself, but I'm fine because I'm healed. So trigger warning. Even though we're already in it now. But yeah, the joke was on them with the Fool here, because you're finally at a place where it's like it doesn't matter, like it doesn't hurt you. And the song that I was also channeling earlier was Aretha Franklin. And it was on the soundtrack to Waiting to Exhale. So go look up that song, because it came to me and I forgot when I was going into that, why does it hurt so bad? Why does love hurt so bad? Which I think that song is by Whitney Houston. But this song in particular that it was coming to mind, which led me to even go into that spill, was by Aretha Franklin, and it was on that Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. That movie could be very significant. Maybe you need to watch that movie, especially because, you know, the ending of Waiting to Exhale, the setting of Waiting to Exhale, even though it was in Arizona, it was around this time. It was the winter time. It was following like Christmas. Yeah, I think it starts at Christmas. I think the movie starts and begins in Christmas, and then it ends like New Year's, because they all get together and they drive and like they're around that fire, and like it's New Year's and they do the countdown, and they're happy, and they're happy to have each other, and they're just in a better place than than where they were like when the movie started around Christmas and things of that nature. But With the full here, excuse me, with the full here clarifying death and rebirth, yeah, you're taking that leap of faith and you're moving on. You know what I mean? It's like, and you're totally optimistic about it. You know what I mean? Because it's like it can't get no worse. It can't get no worse than this. You know what I mean? And then not only that, it's like, well, I don't want to say that because things could always be worse, right? But okay, so I recant that. I apologize. What I should say and want to say is that you can do that all by yourself, right? So it's like, why stick around and be in something where it's a bunch of bullshit when you can do this all by yourself, where you're better off, right? This is what I want to say, where you're better off just walking away, because at least by yourself you have your peace and you can always rebuild on your own. You know what I mean? Which is very similar to with Angela Bassett. Although, you know, he left and he tried to, not only did he leave, but he really tried to do her dirty. You know what I mean? Like, he had all this money, right? That if it wasn't for her and her helping him obtain the things that he has, he's basically trying to like run off with the next one and live this life with her and like leave her with the kids and like nothing, basically. You know what I mean? Just leave her with nothing. But in the end, like when they go to court, she ends up winning. She ends up winning like the house, money, like she's set, you know what I mean? She has no worry in the world when it comes to that. But it's like, why does she even have to take you to court to do that when you are cheating on her and leaving and walking? Well, that should be something you just naturally give easily and not even gift. Because I started to say gift, but it's not a gift because she earned it. She put in the work for that. You know what I mean? She actively deserves it. So you know what I mean? Again, no weapon formed shall prosper. You understand? And all things work to the good for those who love the Lord, because God wasn't going to just sit back and let that happen and unfold like that. You know what I mean? Like, sure, please take your trifling, dirty, low down self out the picture, remove yourself and go ahead, because I have something much better in store for my child. You know what I mean? But go ahead and move along, because that is what's best. That is what's in the best interest of both of you all. And take the lessons that you need to take out from the situation and be a better person. You know what I mean? Following the circumstance or the experience that you just concluded or wrapped up or whatever, or actively going through, whatever the case is. So it's like, yeah, it's just, I'm just getting like, with everything in you, you just decided to walk away from whatever or whoever this is, and like, you're fully embracing new beginnings at this time. Because this was a hard decision. I'm also getting Love is Blind by Eve. Yeah, so you could have been blinded by the love that you had for this person. And so that's why it made it really hard for you to make a decision on whether or not to walk away. I'm getting now torn in between the two, 'cause I really wanna be with you, but something telling me I should leave you alone. And now I'm hearing falling down. I don't know why. How could we end up in this way? What are we gonna do? I'm slowly falling down. And baby, we're tripping off silly things. If you don't wanna meet me halfway, with you. Yeah. Like, things were already actively falling apart in this relationship, and regardless of the decision you had to make, it was a hard and bitter decision that you had to make, because staying was going to break your heart and leaving was also going to be heartbreaking for you. You know what I mean? But regardless, one was going to be better. One decision was going to be better for you than the other, obviously, because staying and continue to feel heartbroken. And who knows, when you stay in, especially if this is pertaining to a relationship, it's like when you stay in those relationships that aren't good for you and like it's heartbreaking, it's hurting you emotionally, mentally, guess what's next physically? Because your physical reality is only a projection of your mental reality. I just got to have this conversation yesterday with my mom, and it was like, I was telling her, like, your physical, I'm so sorry. I took some medicine because I'm actively not feeling good as well. I haven't been feeling good for a while, and I had to go to the hospital today. It turns out I have bronchitis, so started taking medicine today after I left the hospital, and it's like it makes you sleepy. So that's why I keep yawning, so I apologize. But anyway, not like I can help it though, so I don't even feel like I really have to apologize. And if you feel like I need to apologize, this is not the channel for you, baby, because I'm about to get real. That just really rubbed me the wrong way, literally, as I said it. Like, I was kind of saying it out of a place of, like, I guess, like, classiness, because it's not really, like, that cute to be, like, yawning like that, I guess. Like, go get a cup of coffee or have it. Then, like, prepare. If you're going to do the work or whatever, for anybody who's, like, real cringy like that, whatever, or very particular, I'll say, right? That's why I went to the whole spill, but it's like, child, like, if that's your energy, just go ahead. Just go ahead, because you already was bothered. So me yawning or whatever that's not what the real issue is. The real issue is deeper than that, but you want to try and feed off of that versus feeding or going and paying attention and going within to what the real issue is that's really bothering you, child. So if that's what you got going on, just go ahead and heal and move around, okay? Because I don't have time to. I better not even see in the comments. I better not. So anyway, like I was saying, you stay in those situations, and especially if we're talking about like abusive relationships, like those things, what? Come on, they only lead to like more pain. You know what I mean? So many times people stay in those relationships, they don't live to see the next day. They're it's, if there's kids involved, it's hard on them. They have to witness this, and now this is an area in their life, you know what I mean, that's really going to be impactful and traumatizing, and something they're going to have to heal, and a burden they're going to have to carry as an adult. And it's like it can be avoided. It's all avoidable. You can just walk. I'm not saying that like it's easy thing to do, but it is a choice. You have a choice to stay or a choice to leave. And if you make that conscious decision to stay, no, things are only going to get worse. They're only going to get worse. So it's just better to leave, as heartbreaking as it is, because you may very well love this person. You may see them and look at them like they have a sickness, you know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for the sickness, they would be a better person, and they are a good person. It's just that they're sick, but it's like, it's not your place for you to try and heal this person and doctor on this person. Like, now you're trying to play God, because that's not even for you to even be doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's God's confirmation. Like, that's God's place, you know what I mean? And even with that being God's place, it's like, we all have free will. He didn't make us robots for a reason, because it's a test to see where your heart lies and what choices will you make under pressure, and when things are rough and tough, you know what I mean? Because that's when you really get to see what a person is made of. That's when you really get to see a person's true character. So it's like, who are you? What are you made of? You know what I mean? And don't just talk about it. Let me see, So that's why these curveballs come into your life, to see what you're made of and what you're going to do. And some people rise above, and some people succumb to whatever it is. So it's like, you have to make that choice, and you cannot control somebody else and what they do and don't do, and you know what I mean? That's not you. That's not your place. It's really solely that person's place. You know what I mean? Not even God. You know what I mean? God's not going to be like force the person to do. No, they have free will. They can do exactly what they want to do. And the consequence will be the consequence. But either way it goes, the glory is still going to go to God. You know what I mean? Don't get that confused at all. Yeah, so we have the Page of Cups and the Empress. And the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So you're going to get the victory. You're going to get the... I'm sorry, I'm corrected. God just corrected me. Like, God's going to get the victory, but he's going to get the victory through you. You understand? Because this is going to be your testimony. You understand? Like, when you get to this place of recognition and success, you're going to speak to all the things that you had to go through and all the things you went through to get to where you're at. And you're going to be a living, walking testimony for other individuals. And God's going to get the glory. He's going to get the victory through you. He's going to use you for it. Right? But it's like, again, things are going to work out for you. Please, what's done in the dark always comes to the light. And what goes around comes around. So just know that, you know, things were hard for you at a time. But it's going to get easier. Now I'm hearing, ooh, child. Things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Some say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I hear the darker the flesh, then the deeper the roots. I hear I give a holler to my sisters on welfare. Tupac cares, but don't nobody else care. And I know they like to beat you down a lot. Brothers come around the block, clown a lot. But please, don't cry, dry your eyes, never let up. Forgive, but don't forget, girl, keep your head up. And when he tells you you ain't nothing, don't believe him. And if he can't learn to love you, you should leave him. Because, sister, you don't need him. And I ain't trying to gas you up. I just call it how I see him. You know what makes me... Okay, I'm going to stop. And this is not just for females. Guys could also be going through domestic violence, DV as well. But I really do hope you guys get the help that you need. You know what I mean? Because the tools and the resources are already inside of you. They really are. Like, I could drop... Excuse me. I could put the phone numbers to, like, if you need to speak to someone, you know, hotlines and things of that nature. And, like... They could also, like, kind of help you and guide you towards resources that are in your area. And in fact, I will do that. But also know that if you take this blind faith to walk away and leave the situation, I'm telling you, God's going to take care of you. You're going to be well, you know. The Empress coming out with the Page of Cups and followed by the Knight of Wands. Is like, Knight of Wands, how can I put this? Oh, I'm having like a brain fart today. Please forgive me. It's not really the best idea to do readings after taking medicine. But, it's like the flame has been lit under you, if you will. It's like the spark, like a spark, you're going to fly, right? It's like, how can I put this? Like, there's basically like a freedom. Like, with making this decision to move away and walk away, right? Just trusting in God, trusting in the divine, creator, source, universe, you know, whatever have you. There's a freedom that's going to come with that. A new passion, like, you know, will be ignited within you. You know, you're going to be really unstoppable. Yeah, unstoppable and unshakable. You know what I mean? You could be receiving new love with the Page of Cups. You could be getting ready to receive a new love offer, a new beginning in love. You know what I mean? And you're just kind of like sitting in this energy where you're like ready to receive new love as well. And you're going to receive it, and it's going to be a very passionate, attractive energy, if you will. Like whoever you're coming into alignment with is going to be attractive. The person's going to be attractive. You're going to be someone like, they're going to be a person that's attracted to you as well, and it's going to be a very passionate situation on both ends. And I'm also getting like, in the meantime, in between time, you're just loving on yourself. I'm hearing, I had to learn to love myself. That's, who sings that song? It's featuring Nivea. And as I sing it, I'm thinking of her story and how like she was doing good and then she fell off. She had a baby by Lil Wayne, and like the Lil Wayne in the dream was fighting over her, or whatever the case was, and like and like she was on drugs really bad. Like she had a whole story, but now it's like she's coming back, and she's coming to take back what was hers and what was rightfully hers. You know what I mean? And I'm getting that kind of, I don't know, I'm not really necessarily getting that there was any drug abuse here, but maybe that could be for someone. Maybe someone could have had like some drug attachment or whatever, and like you were able to like recover from that and get back on your feet. And so congratulations to you, and my hat's off to you. That's, you know, just know I'm proud of you. The divine is proud of you, because that's not an easy thing to do. No matter whatever the drug of choice is, that's not an easy thing to do. And so my hat just goes off to you, and, you know, pat yourself on the back for doing that. And I hope you continue to stay on that road and and just be strong in that, in doing that. But like, you're basically taking back what the devil stole from you. That's what I want to say, okay? It's like you're taking back your power, you're taking back your authority, you know, because you were already this is your divine right. You know, this is your divine right. And so you're taking it back. And because you're taking it back, because you're walking by faith and not by sight, and you're just trusting and following your heart and your intuition, and you're allowing it to guide you, you're standing in your truth, in your power, everything's going to work out for you, okay? Everything's going to work out for you in love, in life, finances, life, all the areas, all the ways. So your advice is follow the voice of your soul. So continue to follow your heart. Again, continue to walk by faith, not by sight. Trust in God. Trust in... It says, Father Sky, trust in the unknown. Let me show you this, because you would, I swear, if I don't, you might think I'm making this shit up. But I'm not. Literally. Before I even read what was on the cough, while I was kind of like actively in the middle of a coughing spell. But yeah, just continue to trust and walk by faith and not by sight. I can like heavy on that. 2025 is all about walking by faith and not by sight for you. Winter, take care of your needs. Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. Okay, so whatever talents you have, whatever creative ideas that you're having, or ideas or ventures that you're thinking about pursuing, and just do it. You won't regret it. And summer, bask in joy and light. And I'm telling you, so things may be a little difficult now in the winter time. You know, continue to work hard, continue to plant those seeds, Continue to water your garden, continue to grow, elevate, pour into yourself, and do the work, do the shadow work, and everything is going to work in your favor. I hear your angels, your ancestors are surrounding you at this time, protecting you at this time, and they are nudging you to go in this direction as well. So it's like the ideas that you have are not your own. The ideas that you have come from Creator, come from your ancestors, come from these angels that are sent to help guide you along your journey to get to your destiny, right? So it's like just trust, like block out the extra noise and just trust on and lean on your heart and your intuition in the direction that it's pulling you towards. Because you are protected, so have no fear, and know that if you do this and you take care, I'm just getting that if you work hard in the wintertime, I'm telling you, you're gonna play in the summertime. Like if you put in the work now in the winter, by the summertime you're going to like really take off. You're really going to take off, and things are going to be everything, and really kind of going back to harvesting. Like when you plant that seed and you water and you do what needs to be done. The winter is going to be tough, right? Because crops don't harvest in the winter time, but you put in the work now. Following the summertime comes harvest, and you'll be good. So this time next year, all you have to do is sit back and relax because you've already planted the seed and done the work. So now it's like, boom, you'll get to reap the rewards and the benefits of that next winter. Of whatever seed you're planting now. I'm just speaking figuratively. And then stargazer, set your sights higher, of course. Like if you have goals, you have dreams, set the bar to the highest degree. You understand? Let God show you that he is real and he's capable of doing anything. You just have to believe. Now I'm hearing Cinderella, impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. You know what I mean? And Brandy was like, impossible, impossible, impossible for a plain yellow sensitive fool. Oh, don't believe in sensitive fools, and don't believe what sensible people say. I'm really messing up those words real bad. But go look to those lyrics because it really does speak to like having a little bit of delusion when it comes to your dreams and the things that you want to have, and the dreams that you have at night or daydream, the things that you daydream about having or whatever, whether it's at night or whether it's in the daytime, whatever the case is. It's like those things are obtainable. You can have those things. You just have to believe. Now I'm hearing that song from the Prince of Egypt. Child, I'm getting so many downloads with Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. Whitney Houston, why I just keep getting so many downloads pertaining to Whitney Houston, and I'm not sure of her zodiac sign. I'm not, because right now I'm getting Capricorn, but I'm also getting, maybe she could be a Pisces too. I don't know, but for some reason Capricorn and Pisces is like coming to mind. I don't know. Maybe she's a Pisces. Maybe there's some significance in her story. Maybe there's some things you can relate to in her story. Whatever the case. I mean, I'm sure we all can relate in some aspects, you know what I mean, to her story. Whether it be, she was in the church at a point in time and, very striving to be perfect and people pleasing until one day she just didn't care. And like when she didn't care, she was on the far extreme of not caring. Just like when she did care, she was on the far extreme of caring, and she wanted to be perfect and she wanted to please her mother and she wanted to be like whatever the case was. So even if that's just something you resonate with pertaining to her story, take it how it resonates, but there is some significance there. But I am seeing moving at the bottom of the deck, so yeah. This is confirmation. Change, change of residence, moving in with your partner. So you can meet somebody in the summertime and things take off and like you guys move in together. But I'm also getting you're just like moving away. You're leaving behind the old and fully embracing the new. Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde could have been significant for you. Communication. So confession. Someone has to tell you something. So you could be getting ready to find something out, or you could have found something out during the Mercury retrograde, which led to this whole which was the domino effect for the situation you're in now and currently experiencing. Hold on, let me show you. I didn't want to be in the camera. I really didn't. I didn't want my hair either, my little sad ponytail, child. But not too much on me. I don't feel good. But I wanted to show you the cards. So you don't think I'm making that up either. But again, Pisces, that's what I have for you. For bookings, please email me at twointuitivetarot@gmail.com. Remember, these readings are for the general public. If you need me, my information will be below in the description box. Again, I will also put in that description box some information pertaining to domestic violence. If you need any resources, they will also be available down in the description box. But until next time, I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care of yourself, Pisces, and I mean it. And don't forget to come back. All right. Bye. Love you.